Welcome back. Before the break, we took a lightning fast journey through how the ear functions. We're going to do the same kind of thing now with the eye. The eyes are sense organs that respond to the stimulus of light, and so therefore they are known as photoreceptors. Just as the ear responded to mechanical stimulus from sound waves, the eye responds to light waves. The eyes are situated inside the eye sockets in your skull, which is just a little pocket where the eye fits into. The eye muscles attach each eye to the eye socket and allow you to move your eye around. This enables you not to only stare straight ahead, but to be able to see things in your peripheral vision. If you look at your eye, you see things that you're very, very familiar with. You see the dark pupil of your eye. You see the colored area around the pupil. You see the eyelashes that protect the eye. And inside your eyelid, you've got what we call the lacrimal gland. And the lacrimal gland produces tears. Now, tears don't only function when you cry. Tears are produced all the time, and the tears drip down into your eye to keep the surface of the eye moist. This is very important. But of course, if you're getting a constant, steady rain of liquid down your eye, this needs to be channeled away, and you've got little tear ducts in the corners of your eyes that collect the tears, take them away and deposit it into your nose, where invariably that liquid is just swept to the back of your nose and down your throat. The muscles and that we showed earlier on attached to the eye are going to assist it with movement. But within your eye, you have some very important muscles that allow you to focus your eyes. And so these ciliary muscles that we talk about now inside the eye are not for movement of the eye around in the socket. They are to pull this very important structure called the lens, either slightly more elongated or slightly fatter and shorter, so that light that comes into the eye at the pupil can be focused onto this very important set of cells called the retina. And the retina stretches all the way around the back of your eyeball, and your retina is made up of very, very delicate sensory cells, sensory nerve cells that can register or collect light impulses, and they send that message, all of them, to the optic nerve, which then goes to the brain. This whole structure is enclosed in quite a tough membrane called the sclera, which holds everything together. The inside of the eyeball is filled with a liquid called vitreous humor. Vitreous means glass-like, and so the humor is liquid. Behind the lens is vitreous or glass-like, but it's a liquid. And then in front of the eye, you also have an aqueous humor, a more liquid version of the vitreous humor. The cornea is an extension of the sclera, as you can see on the diagram, and the cornea covers over the front of the eye, but it's transparent. So that means that light can shine right through the cornea and through the pupil into your eye and to those very important retinal cells. All of the retinal cells send their messages to the optic nerve. The place where the optic nerve enters or exits the eye and enters towards the brain, we call the blind spot. That's because there's no retinal cells or light detecting cells, photoreceptors, in that particular spot. The fovea, sometimes also called the yellow spot, because if you look into your eye with special equipment, you see the fovea as a little yellow spot. That is the point where you can see it's usually in a direct line from your pupil into your eye. That's where there's a very, very high concentration of photoreceptor cells, or these specialized sensory cells from the retina. And that basically is the structure of your eye. You need to remember that you also must learn how the eye focuses and how these ciliary muscles that we started off speaking about pull the lens in order to allow you to see something further away and something close at hand. You also must remember that for your exam, you need to look at problems with ears and eyes and how they can malfunction or not work quite correctly as they should. That's all that we have time for today, I'm afraid. Make sure that you look at this work in a textbook so that you can get all the details that you need to know. But I'll see you again next week.